back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yoyis and I'm a lash artist in Las Vegas. So this is the 5th episode of my Lash Babies Killing It series, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I highly recommend for you to check out my Lash Babies Killing It announcement or my other videos so you guys could kind of know exactly what I'm talking about and pretty much catch up, get to know all the other babes. So for today's video, I got the chance to sit down and talk to Lupe from LS Lashes and Nails, and her work, guys, is amazing. For only lashing a couple months, she is really good. So if you guys want to meet Lupe from LS Lashes and Nails, then just keep on watching. I got my lows, I got my highs, moving on close to my goal. Time is now, place is here to rest, filling the holes on my soul. I see, I like, I go, I get, no one can hold me back. I see, I like, I go, I get, go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now. Go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now. Raising up like phoenixes.
Okay.
There
Can you
you
hear?
go.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you want it like this, or do you want me to turn it?
Turn it the other way and see if that works.
Okay. we're good.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good. Just stressing out a little bit over here.
What? Why? What's going on?
Something always like my house is always like something's always happening. So I'm like, oh my goodness.
Hey, that's a family though. Stuff
Yeah.
is happening. Aw. All right. So to get started, why don't you give us your name and who you are, where you come from, where do you live at, a little bit of your history and your background.
All right. So my name is Lupe Salcedo, and I live in San Diego. And I started lashing about in December. I took my classes, but I've always have been into like makeup, hair, like just everything that has to do with the beauty industry and fashion and all that stuff. Like I've always, since I was like 7 or 8 years old, I've been doing things, like always trying to do my nails, always trying to do my hair. Like I've been
Playing with makeup.
yeah, everything. I get into everything and anything.
So you've been lashing since December, right?
Since December, yeah. I took my one-on-one course in December for 4 weeks, and then I lashed like part of December, January, February, and then March was like a stop, like no more, just practicing the whole time until I believe April, I kind of started lashing, but it was like kind of like, no, only people that I knew and knew that weren't going out to other places, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like straight.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, nothing.
I feel like I cut you off, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to ask you, so, like you mentioned that you've always been into the beauty industry doing hair, makeup. You do nails, right? Like I've seen your work and your nails are on point.
I do nails because I did go to the nail salon all the time, but they never wanted to do like crazy styles or like just different things. And I was like, but I'm paying you, so why not, you know? But they were always just like one color, or pick one color and one like accent nail, you know, like the glitter nail or stuff like that. And I always like stuff like this, like I don't know if you can see it, but like crazy things.
Yeah.
So like, you know what? My husband's like, you like just do it. I bet you know how to do it. And I started doing it little by little, watching YouTube like everybody does, and I learned by myself how to do so many things. Like so many things.
They look good for you. Teaching yourself, they look really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm pretty happy about that. And then I started doing other people's nails, and they were happy, but they always want like simple and short nails. I'm like, let's do the long nails. Let's go all crazy.
That's funny because I'm like that. I'm like, just small, just simple.
Yeah, everybody, almost everybody I do, it's like either nude, short, or medium, but nothing like I don't know how to do designs, but I mean, if you tell me, I'm like, okay, show me, and I'll try to do it. And if it comes
Yeah.
out, if it doesn't, well, we'll do something else. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you learn as you go, though. The same thing as
yeah,
doing lashes. You learn as you go. You know what works and what doesn't.
yeah, exactly.
So that's good. Since you were already doing nails, like what made you want to get into lashes?
Well, I always wanted to do it. I just didn't know. Not that I didn't know how and where to go. It was just like the money situation wasn't there and wasn't right at the time. So I had to like kind of, I guess, put it on hold. But I was always like looking up stuff, like how can I do it to myself or at home, or once I saw like actual videos of how you isolate, how you have to place the lash, try to get no stickies. And I was like, no, I have to go to school for this. Like, there is no teaching myself how to do it, because that it's just different than doing hair. It's different than doing nails. It's more, I guess, dangerous because it's the eye.
Yeah.
And I know a lot more than simple, what color do you want? Or you know what I mean? Like it's completely different. So I talked to my husband and he was like, okay, well let's see what we can do. And December came around and we were able to, get enough money, and I was able to take my class, and I was so excited, so happy.
That's good. I'm so glad you did it.
Person that stays home every day, all day. Like I am at home, especially in quarantine, even more now. So but
That's
I am home, and when I got to go out to do my class, I was like, oh my god, this is so weird. I can't believe this. Like from 7 to 5 or 6, I was at class, so I was there all day. Yeah,
you were up there. You
I
left
did.
the
I
nest.
did. It was so much fun. Yeah, it was fun.
That's good. I've never heard of a class taking 4 weeks long. That's
Yeah. Well, I did a one-on-one, but it wasn't like every day. It was one day per week.
oh
So I couldn't do it during the week because I have 4 girls, and they were all going to school, and my little one, I needed someone to babysit, so I couldn't do it during the week. And she offered either Saturday or Sundays, and Saturdays it was like family time. So I was like, Sunday is perfect. Like I would love to do Sunday. And she said, that's fine. So we did Sundays at the salon where she was at. And I went every Sunday for the full month of December, just every, like the weekend. And then I did do from 7 to either 5 or 6, depending on what I was learning that day. So yeah, it was pretty fun.
did it feel like it took forever for you to learn everything though?
No, actually, I learned really, really fast. Like, the only thing I had a problem with is that I would get nervous when I had somebody laying there. Like, actually, when I did my daughter's lashes, I wasn't nervous because I knew her and I knew, like, well, that's my daughter, kind of like, not that I would hurt her and it was okay, but it's my daughter. But like a stranger, oh my god, my hands were like, I was sweating, and my trainer would put on some like super like classic music, and she's like, okay, like you need to calm down. I was like, I can't. This is like so intense. And she's like, you got this. You know what you're doing. Like, wrong. I'm like, I don't know. I just got really nervous.
Because it's something new. Like every
Yeah.
time you do something new, you're just like crap, am I gonna mess this up? Like yeah, I understand that you would get nervous, but once you actually got in there, it's like you keep doing it, you keep doing it.
Yeah. After I did, so I did my daughter, then I did a family friend, and then I did my sister-in-law. When I did her lashes, it was the easiest. Like because we joke around like a lot, like ridiculously a lot. So I was so comfortable doing her lashes. Like, and then my trainer's like, "What's going on?" Like I'm like, I know her, and I know how she is, so I'm comfortable with her.
Mhm.
But with somebody else, it's like, oh my gosh, what if I mess up? Oh my gosh, what if they don't like it? Oh my gosh, like it just like so many things would come to my head, and like
All
she's
those
like,
negative thoughts.
yeah, she's like, you know this, you got this, like just relax, relax. And I was like, okay, okay, you know, close my eyes for a little bit and try to relax and try to do as best as I could.
That's good. So you've been lashing officially for like 9 months, right?
Yes and no, because I had to stop for 3 4. Yeah, but the whole time I stopped, I didn't actually stop. Like I kept practicing on my doll. Like every day, like I would find time, whether it was 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour sometimes, I would still find a way to continue, like keep going, keep practicing, you know?
And that means
Oh,
you're serious about this.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. When I get into something, I am like 100% serious. Like I do everything and I go above and beyond.
That's good. That's what you should be doing, especially when you have dreams and goals. So I
Yes.
want to ask you, where do you want to take this? Like within the first next 5, 10 years, like where do you see yourself?
Well, I've always since like I said, since I was little, I always wanted to own either my own salon or work as a partner to someone else, like in a salon. But I've always wanted to do that. I've always now I want to train. I want to teach people what I didn't learn, because even though I did 4 weeks of training, there were still things I didn't learn. So by watching your videos, by watching other videos, just searching for things, you learn more and more. So I've noticed that a lot of times people don't get trained, like how do you take the stickies from the bottom lashes. I actually had to learn myself, and
Yeah.
what my trainer did tell me, she's like, you're always in control. Never doubt yourself and be scared. Like if something happens, relax and figure out a way. Just keep going and figure out a way. But having a sticky like on the bottom lash, that was scary. That's like when she opens her eye, it's gonna be like, oh, like what the
Yeah.
so
Uh-huh.
I had to, before that happened to me, I had to research it and okay, slow and steady and just try to pull it off as quickly and as painless as it can be.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're sitting there taking your time, just pulling it, they're gonna feel it. But if you just, it's gone.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got that. But that I kind of learned on my own. Like she told me, but she didn't. There wasn't someone there that she can teach me. Like, oh, if this happens, like do this really quickly. She would say like everything, do it calmly, but you are always in control. Don't let the take control. Don't let the client tell you what to do. You're doing your job. Tell them to let you do the job. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like I still have a lot to learn, a lot to learn, but maybe down in the future I would totally want to be a trainer, like definitely. I feel like I would be really good at it too.
Yeah, especially because you're so confident. You know, you've only been in lashing 9 months and you're so confident, and your work is amazing too for only being 9 months. That's really
Yeah.
good. And I love that you keep saying, like, always be in control. Because it's
Yeah.
true, because once you start listening to those negative thoughts, you start losing everything. So
Yeah.
always be in control of you know, your mind and the job that you're doing.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
that's one thing that when she told me, it stuck to me. She's like, because she saw how nervous I would get, and like, I think for her it was like she knew I was confident, because we've known that my trainer for a while, but she did nails first and then like facials and stuff like that. So we've known her for a long time, and she's always like, you know what to do, you know what you do, you know, like makeup wise, hair, like she even pushed me. She's like, do nails, why not, go ahead, do it. And I would go to her to get my nails done. And for someone that does something for you, you know, a service for you, and tells you you can do it, not like, oh no, don't do it because then I'm losing, you know what I mean? Like like it was so awesome for her to be like, you can do this, you can do nails, why not, like it's easy, like you got this. So for her to tell me you're in control, you're always in control, remember that, that always stuck to me. Like I got this. Even when I'm doing someone's lashes, if something goes not wrong, because nothing has gone wrong, but if I see like stickies or anything like that, I'm always like, okay, I got this. Like, I can't get nervous. I got this, because one thing with me, if I get nervous, you'll see it right away. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. Because I'm so, like, energized.
Yeah.
I'm like, like, so you'll see, like, we'll talk. And if I stay quiet, there's something wrong.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I'm in control. I'm in control. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Even if I don't know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. I like your trainer. She sounds like somebody I would get along with really good. And
Yeah,
I'm
she's
glad,
awesome.
yeah, I'm glad that you went with her because a lot of girls go to trainers that don't really care about them or don't motivate them or push them to do the right thing, you know? Because I've had a lot of girls coming to me and telling me, like, I'm not confident enough to do this. And I'm just like, well, first of all, who taught you? Because you should
Yeah,
be confident, you know? Like, that's one thing. Like, if you're gonna be a lash artist, you gotta be so confident in yourself that no matter what situation is thrown at you, you gotta be confident enough to know that you're gonna handle that situation good, you know? And especially if you're providing this kind of service, because this is your business, you know, like you cannot come into this thinking, oh, it's just going to be a side hustle, because in reality you're dealing with people, especially their eyes. So you got to be confident and know that you got it under control. So I like that she actually told you that, and it stuck
yeah,
with you, because that actually has helped you out a lot, right?
a lot, tremendously. Because I feel like if she wouldn't tell me that, then I would get at everything. I probably would get nervous, and I would find a way and figure it out, but it would be harder. Versus now, it's easier. Like, I got this. I know I got this. I'm in control, and I know what to do. And like I said, even if I don't, I will figure it out because I'm in control.
Yeah.
So, like, I loved her. Like, I love the way she trained me. I love the way she would tell me things, because she would tell me, I'm going to teach you what's going to get you clients, what's new now, not what was old, what happened 10, 11, 12 years ago. Like, I'm teaching you everything that's now, like, that's in the now, and obviously isolation was a big, number one, and placement of the lashes. It was just
So basic.
everything that she wanted to teach me was in the now, versus when she did, I guess, her classes, and when she did everything, she said that they just, like, pretty much threw her in and was like, just lash as many lashes as you can and do
Yeah.
whatever. Like, I didn't learn. I learned by myself. She said there wasn't YouTube. Like, oh, let me go on YouTube 10 years ago and let me see who lashes this and who does this. So
Yeah.
I want to teach you what I know and what sells and what clients would want from you. So I'm pretty, happy and thankful for that she taught me all that.
You got really lucky, because I feel like I had two trainers and I was in this big group of girls. It was like 15 of us. And I feel like I walked out of there not knowing anything, like, at all. And not even like being able to reach out to my instructors and ask them any questions, because the connection wasn't there, you know?
Yeah,
So I'm glad that you had that connection with that girl, especially because you've already had that relationship with her, with, she doing your nails and all that.
yeah,
But the fact that she sounds like a really good trainer,
yeah.
she
She
sounds
is.
like a really good trainer, and that's very important. And that's one thing too that you could add to, you training later on, is remember how she trained you and what you can improve and what you can do differently to teach your girls.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Yeah, because I thought about going to a actual class, like, where there's more people, but me and my husband talked about it, and he's like, if you do, he's like, I know you. You're a talker. I told you too. I go, I'm a talker, so you ain't gonna have a problem with me talking, but oh, be awkward not talking. No, he's like, you're gonna be talking. You might not get distracted, because when you put your mind to do something, you do it. He goes, but you're gonna be talking a lot. You're gonna have, your little friends and everything. He's like, and you need to concentrate on what you're doing. And I was like, yeah, it's true. And, like, it's a plus, but at the same time, like, you have your friend from your class. You know what I mean? I had, like, besides her, I don't have anyone else that I could. Well, now you, but I don't have anybody that I can be like, oh, how do you do this, or share what I know to someone else that would like to know. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I missed out, but at the same time I didn't, because I learned so much from her, like being by myself, her having all attention on me and letting me know, like, no, don't do it this way. Do it this way. Place it this way. Don't place it up or sideways. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like in a class, teachers are like, okay, this is how you do it. And then they walk away, go to another place and stuff like that. So I feel very, very lucky that I got a one-on-one class.
Yes, that's definitely a good choice because if I were to do it again, I would definitely do a one-on-one, but I wouldn't just because I love the fact that I was able to meet my good friend Marlene.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actually learning everything, I would have preferred a one-on-one. That way they could have taught me everything. Because like I said, I walked out of there not knowing anything. And on top of it too, the crazy part is that when we did the live models, they had like over 10, 15 models in there. And the girls, like us, we had to move from girl to girl to girl. And every time you would get a new girl, you would just see like lashes stuck together, like the girls were doing a really bad job. And then we had to work over that. So I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah. Because being taught that way, it's like, how do you learn? Like, how do you learn from that? You know, how do you learn from something that's already bad? Like, how do you, it was, it was bad. It was a hot mess. So I felt like I really needed to learn everything on my own. And that's why I made my YouTube channel, because I'm like, it's kind of not fair to the new girl being thrown out into the world and expecting to know everything, So I'm glad that you reached out to me, because there are a lot of things that that we're not taught. And it's those little things that do help us out,
Yeah. Well, yeah, like even me that I did the 4 weeks, I learned a lot. I'm telling you, like I learned so much, but at the same time, I feel like I still need to learn more. There's still more to learn. Like it's not just those 4 weeks and boom, you're done. Like you got taught everything. Like no. One thing with that class though, that I actually really, really like, besides, knowing her and liking everything that she taught me, I got to pick my own models. So she's like, bring 4 girls, and my last model, I didn't have one. I don't have that many friends. I was like, like what do I do? She's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. She goes, but do not get nervous. And I was like, okay. And she's like, you're gonna do it on me. So I got to lash my trainer, and she never, ever, girl, when I tell you, she never ever lets anybody touch her lashes. I was like, you're gonna let me do your lashes? And she's like, yeah, I trust you enough to do my lashes. And I was like,
see, she had confidence that you could do it. And that's fair. Like most trainers don't even care, they're just like, whatever,
Yeah, so I was able to do her lashes, and it was a struggle because her eyes were super little, but like chingy. And then she's like, you have this. She goes, I'm gonna put on my headphones, I'm gonna relax, so you do what you gotta do. And she timed me. She said, you only have I forgot how much time she gave me, but she was gonna have someone come in because she was gonna teach me her doing lashes on her client. And she's like, so you have only, let's say it was like 12 o'clock. By 3 o'clock, I had to be done. Like, done. Like, no, let me finish. Let me do this. She's like, no, you have a certain time because I have someone coming in that I'm going to let you see what I do and how it is, like how I work. And I was like, okay. So I was rushed. I felt like I was rushed. I was like, oh my God, like, what if I mess up? She's like, no, don't think like that. You can't think like that. And I was like, okay. So I did her lashes, and they turned out, as good as they can be. And she said she liked them. The lady that came in noticed them right away, and she's like, oh my gosh, man, you have lashes on? And she's like, she did them right here. She's like, she did them right here. I was like, she's like, they look really good. I was like, okay. I did good.
Good. I like it. You're gonna have to send me her page so I can follow her.
I will send you her page for sure.
She sounds like a good trainer, and honestly, a lot of us don't get that kind of training, especially that kind of confidence. Because if on your first set, girl, you already killed it, dude. It took me 2 days to do a classic set.
No. You know what? She started off not even teaching me classics. She told me, she had me practice, and she saw my placement, my dipping the lash to glue, how I was doing it and everything. And she's like, I'm going to start you off with hybrid and volume. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, classic is too easy for you. She's like, no classics for you. You'll learn classic at the end. And I was like, she's like, if you can handle hybrids and volume, you will definitely know how to do classics. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I was like, sure, whatever. I mean, to me, it was whatever she threw at me. I was like, okay. Even though I was nervous inside, and I was like, can I do this? Can I really do this? I was like, oh, okay, I can do it. She's like, you can do it. You really can do it. I was like, all right. And
Cool.
that's how I learned. So I guess I went backwards. You know, it's classic, then hybrid, then volume, then mega volume. I still need more practice on volume and mega volume, but I feel like I got it. I can, if I can keep doing it, I eventually would get better at it.
Yeah. If you once you get volume down, then megas will be so easy. Because I went straight into, like, when I started doing volumes, I'm like, okay, like this is a little too hard for me. So I went straight into doing megas. And I feel like once I got mega down, volume was like so easy for me. So I completely learned backwards when it comes to that. But
Yeah.
volume is like, it's so easy. Like once you get the hang of it, everything else is just, good. But the fact that she taught you that way is really interesting, because most trainers teach you classics first, and once you get that down, they move on to the other ones. But she saw that talent in you. Like she was pretty much saying you're a natural,
Yeah, time. And she was like, you're better than me. You're better than me. And I'm like, no, you should be proud because you taught me. So what I know is because of you. So if you say I'm better than you, that's like, that means a lot, because whatever I do is a reflection of what you taught me.
Yeah.
So I what you taught me. She's like, when I go on vacation, I'm sending my clients to you. She's like, and I don't ever say that or ever do that. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, sure.
That's so good. Oh, I love her.
So yeah, I'm really happy and lucky that I got a trainer like that.
That's good. I'm happy that you did. So I wanted to ask you, do you have any crazy or funny stories that you want to tell us?
So one day, my husband's boss calls him and he's like, hey, my wife wants to know if your wife is doing lashes. And this is when they like reopened, but not really opened up everything. And I was like, I told my husband, I was like, I don't know, that's your boss's wife. Like, I don't know. She's like an older lady. And then I was like, fine, I'll do her lashes. And then he's like, look, whatever, like, that's your job. Like, you'll deal with her. That has nothing to do with me. So don't worry. Like, if she doesn't like it, whatever it is, like, that's your job right there. And I was like, okay. So she comes to me. She had lashes on, which, by the way, they were clusters that she got before they closed everything. And she said she went to a nail shop to get her lashes done. And they took an hour. And she was expecting me to do her volume set in an hour. And mind you, I'm still, 4 months in, 5 months in? I still don't have that experience of like, boom, 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 it's volume set. And I took about 4 hours, and she was like laying down and she's like, and phone, and people would call her, and she was like, well, I'm still here. And I'm like, well, I told you how long it was going to take. And she's like, how much longer? And I was like, no. I go, when you open your eyes, you'll see why I took my time. And they're not all clumped up. They're not sticking together. You'll be able to brush through them and everything. So finally I'm done. It took me 4 hours, like I said. And she was like, oh my God, this took forever. And then she saw them and she was like, oh, they look so beautiful. They look so nice. And I was like, see, this is why I took so long. I go, you can't rush a volume set. And especially that I hadn't done a volume set. She was like my first volume set. Wow. And yeah. And so she loved them. Everything was fine. And then 3 days later, she texts me and she's like, my lashes are all falling. And I was like, what? And then I asked her, okay, send me a picture, or when can you come in and I'll like put them on. She's like, can I come in the week before Easter or the 2 days before Easter? And I was like, why? Because you want your lashes done by Easter. So we figured out that she just didn't want to send me a picture. She didn't want to come in earlier because she wanted to get her lashes done by Easter, for Easter. You know what I mean? Like, she wouldn't send me pictures. She wouldn't try to come in before Easter or that week or anything like that. And my husband's like, I think she just wants her lashes done, because I told her I would just do them for free since they, yeah. And she gave me a time limit. She said, I only have an hour, so you have to do them, you know, in an hour. And I was like, no, I can't. I'm sorry, but I cannot do that. I was like, no, there's no way. She's like, how long? And I go, 3 hours, 4 hours. And she's like, I go, 3 hours if I rush, and I don't want to rush. And she's like, I don't have 3 hours. I have things to do. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I can't. I cannot. She was so demanding, like so demanding. I was like, dude, no. And I told my husband, he's like, no. He's like, you don't have to. That's my life, but that has nothing to do with me. He's like, so don't even worry about it. And I was like, all right. I was like, sure, okay.
I think we've all had those demanding clients where they want everything their way and don't respect your time or your word.
Yeah, and I you know, it was funny because when I lashed everybody else, that had never happened before. Like, I was surprised that she said all her lashes were falling. And I was like, I asked everyone, like, when I do your lashes, like, how long does it take to fall? Like, what's going on? And everybody was like, no, not like, everything is fine. They would be here 3-4 weeks later, and they still had enough, you know, a good amount.
Yeah.
And she, like, 3 days later, and she was like, oh, my lashes are falling, and, you know, and I was like, okay, send me a picture. When can you come in? I'll fix them, no charge. And that's when she was like, well, do them before Easter, like a day or two before Easter. But she only had an hour. I was like, no, I can't do that in an hour. I'm sorry, but I can't. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't. I'm not going to put myself in that place.
No, and on top of it too, you're stressed out because now you're just like, if you were to take her in, it would just be a big headache for you because you're just like, she's this way, like nothing's gonna please her, you know, like it puts you in a stressful situation. And in reality, we don't need clients like that. You know, you don't need clients like that. Doesn't matter if they're paying you good money. We don't need clients like that.
Yeah, exactly. I told my husband, I was like, that is my first like expensive set, but to deal with a person like that, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
So I was like, no. He's like, don't worry about it. He's like, she has nothing to do with my job. Like, it's another person. He goes, do with me. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And he told her no. And I even texted her afterwards, and I told her, if you give me 3 hours, because I am a person that is like, I will fix it. I will fix it for you. But let me do it how I am going to do it, and let me take the time that I have to.
Yeah.
Not, I only have an hour and that's it. It's like, hey, first of all, you came late. Second of all, like, you can't tell me how fast to do something when you don't the process, you know what I mean? So yeah, I texted her, I did, and I felt bad because my husband told me not to, but I was like, I want to fix her lashes. Like, I want to fix them. And she still told me, I only have an hour. I only have an hour. And I was like,
okay, bye-bye.
yeah, I was like, all right, well, I tried. I reached out to her and I tried.
Yeah.
She didn't want to. She said I took too long. He's like, let her go back to the nail salon. He's like, let her go. And that was the craziest one. I haven't had anything else like that.
Well, that's good. You pretty much handled it how you should have. You know, you were still nice. You offered to fix them. She didn't want to. That's her problem. You know, at the end of the day, it should be about, you know, your business ethic. You did the right thing by doing what you did. And if she didn't want to, you know, take that offer, then it's all good, you know. So I wanted to finish off our video chat because it is, you know, getting a little late. But I wanted to ask you if you have any questions for me.
Yes. What do you want to do in the next 5, 10 years? What's your goal? What's what's going on with you?
So I'm currently working on a project right now. I can't say, but I'm like super excited about it. Um, but I definitely for sure would love to get my own place. Like I would love my own salon. I would love to have a couple girls working with me, not for me, but with me. You know, I want it to be like a team effort and just, you know, have a community of lash girls that, you know, have the same goal in mind. We just want to grow and, you know, take this to the next level.
Yeah.
For sure, I want, you know, maybe within the next 5, 10 years, you know, have my own salon, have a pretty big spot actually. I want a pretty big spot. But within I would say 1 to 2 years I would like my own studio, like away from home. I love working
Me
from home.
too.
I love it. It's just it's
Too.
fun. It's
This
so
is my
cute.
area. I was like, where's the perfect spot? Right here. Like in my area. So yeah, I totally understand. I totally get it. Yeah.
I love, you know, it's a good thing working from home because you could charge your prices. You have nobody telling you what to do, you know? But I would like to officially have my own spot where I could call my workplace, you know? Like separate work from home and then just have that be like my professional business, you know? Because I
Like
feel like in a
work, work, and home to your home. Yeah.
yes, exactly. Right now, I'm loving that I'm able to work here, but I know that with all the projects that I have in mind, you know, within this next year, it's this place will be get too small for me, you know. So that for sure is in the works. But right now, I'm working on something that is coming soon, hopefully within a month.
I don't know what it is, but I want to know.
Yeah, so I have big plans. I for sure have big plans, but we'll see. For sure, I'm just like you know, when I set my mind to something, I'm gonna do it. And if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, you know? And I've I've always been that kind of girl that I love change. I like to do things differently. I'm always looking for something else to do, you know?
Yep.
And if there's any other way to make money or bring income or, you know, do something else, I'm always gonna do it, you know? But I want to stay within the beauty community. Like I love doing makeup, I love doing hair, like I love brides, I love weddings, like I love everything, you know? Um, but for sure I would love to have like within 10 years have like an official spot where girls could come get their hair and makeup done, like a beauty spot, you know, like get their lashes done, maybe have like a girl doing nails, like all that, you know. But for sure I got big plans for sure.
Yeah. It's funny because we all have that same dream, that same mentality, I guess. Like we all in the future want to have our own spot. We don't want to work for someone, but with someone. Like you said, you know, you want people to work with you, not for you, you
Yeah.
know, like, and that's something that is hard because you're gonna have to find the right type of girls that are not catty with each other, like, oh, my work is better than your work, because you know there's those type of girls that they won't talk to you because like I mentioned, they won't talk to you because you don't have a lot of followers, because you don't have a lot of likes. But
Yep.
I see work in your work, and it's there just because you have more followers or whatever. But I'm not that type that's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you because
Yeah.
to me it's dumb. Like, let's help each other. Why not? Like, if I could help you and you can help me, why not? Like,
Want to have a community of girls where we just uplift and encourage and love each other, you know, because we really are missing that within our community. I feel like our community is like well, especially me, you know, I love you know, sharing love and always liking girls pictures and comment them and say that they're killing it, and I love giving compliments, you know. I mean, there's always room for love, you know. In reality, a lot of girls really want that encouragement, you know. Like I have a lot of girls that are just like, you know, they're brand new, don't know what to do, but I'm still like they're supporting them because at the end of the day, we need that kind of love to pretty much help us keep going and keep going. Because, you know, coming into a community that it's oversaturated, like they say, which I feel like it
yeah,
is, you feel like your work is not good enough, you know, especially as a beginner. You feel like, when am I ever going to get to that, to how she works, you know? So that's why I love to encourage the new girls to feel confident with their work, you know? And even if I feel like I might be doing too much sometimes, it's okay because that's me, you know? I love to give compliments. I love to show love, you know? And that's why I am trying to build this community of girls who just want to help each other, you know? Because at the end of the day, we all need that love, you know? We all need it. We all need that encouragement. So
Good, yeah.
yes. So I think that pretty much wraps up our video today. I think we went a little overboard.
I told you. Oh, I wanted to show you my friend shirt.
That's so cute.
Oh, I
love
got
it.
the friend shirt.
Yeah.
This meeting, this chat.
It's so cute. I was looking at it. I was just like, who are those people? Because I can't really tell from that far away.
I know. I was like, I wonder if she can see it.
That's so cute.
For the back though. I know she'll see the back.
Oh my goodness. You just gave me a great idea. I'm gonna text you right now. I'm gonna text you. Yes, okay. You'll be the first one to hear my idea. Okay. All right then. I think we gotta go because we've been going.
All right. All right, bye.
Bye. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, guys, so what did you guys think of Lupe from LA's Lashes and Nails? Isn't she the sweetest? She's so cute. I loved her energy. The fact that she's so confident. I think that's what we all need. We all need that confidence in ourselves that we got this, that we could do this, right? So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys like today's video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to go add Lupe on Instagram. Her work is amazing. You guys are gonna love her. She is such a sweetheart. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos and also my other lash content. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.